I went up to the camp for Visitors Day last summer. So, it was only a small glimpse into the amazing things that the team's doing up there, but, really also seeing kind of hands-on, how the counselors and everyone at the camp interact with the kids and how they're bonding and learning. You can tell it's so much more than just being away, playing and having fun. They really are learning skills and how to interact with each other, and, people taking on different leadership roles. And, it's really just amazing to see that all come together. We were standing there at one point watching the kids on the ropes course and, climbing up high. And I'd say, when you're climbing up, you're harnessed in, everybody's there with you in the group, but you're going up probably, 30 feet plus on this pole. And it's scary. You don't have to be scared of heights to still be, scared to climb up this pole. And, I think that was one of the moments that was pretty cool, because there was somebody there that, they were scared. They didn't want to do it. They were harnessed in. Everybody was kind of cheering them on, talking to them, coaching them, and they couldn't do it in that moment. So, they took off the harness, went down the line. The next person went and did that. And you kind of saw it again. And a few kids managed to make it up to the top. And then it came back to the end. Everybody was done. And that one camper who hadn't been able to make it up in the very beginning wanted to try again. And, with the encouragement of all her peers, and at that point, some of us that were there for Visitors Day were kind of cheering her on and giving some words of encouragement. She was able to get up to the top, and she was super excited about that. So, all those kids, sure, they were just there having fun, but each individually, they were learning how to, coach and encourage their peers to accomplish something together as a team. And in that moment, it felt like it was them all together kind of overcoming this one person not being able to get to the top. So, everybody on the ground was just as excited at the accomplishment as she was herself getting to the top. So, maybe one small example, but I thought that was really kind of cool and powerful to see. I'm actually in a unique position because I'm actually the chair of the finance committee as well on the board. So, obviously the SAC campaign, and the program represents about half of Moreland's annual budget every year. So, it does take a lot of resources to put on the camp and to keep it up and run and have a successful program. So, it is critical that, funding is in place and that we have, donors and supporters to the organization that help out with that every year. We do have about 500 to 600 kids who go to camp every summer, and we've been working to grow that every year. So, there is a beautiful property there with additional space that we're, looking to increase those numbers as we move into the future, and that is part of our strategic plan. So, we do need donations and financial support to continue moving forward with those goals. So, I guess to anyone who supports the organization and send a kid to camp, thank you first and foremost, obviously. Without our donors and supporters, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, and the organization wouldn't be able to do what it does. So, thank you for your past support and continued support. It really is the donors that are out there supporting the organization that make everything possible. I'd be remiss as well to not say a huge thank you to the entire Morelands team, because they are the second piece of that. They work tirelessly and super hard to make sure every camper has an amazing and unique experience. So, the combination of our donors and Moreland staff is really a special recipe that makes the program such a great success.